tigers, kangaroos.
Lions, tigers, kangaroos.
Long-haired Jody and a commie too.
Long-haired Jody and a commie too.
If he had one bullet, one gun.
If he had one bullet, one gun.
Shoot the commie, let the long hair run.
Shoot the commie, let the long hair run.
Long hair, he wouldn't get too far.
Long hair, he wouldn't get too far.
Belly crawl up, stick him with the K-bar.
Belly crawl up, stick him with the K-bar.
Singing hoo-yah, hey.
Hoo-yah, hey.
Easy day.
Easy day.
Hoo-yah, hey.
Hoo-yah, hey.
Another running day.
Another running day.
Hoo-yah, 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 hey.
Hoo-yah, 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 hey.
Today's gonna be another easy day.
Today's gonna be another easy day.
Singing hoo-yah.
Hoo-yah.
Ha, ha.
Ha, ha.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Wanna be.
Wanna be.
I hate to be so morbid about it, right? But I'm sitting with two snipers, of SEALs. Tell me a kill. Tell me something that's happened like that. You just.
Well, I'll say my most interesting and painful kill, like we were talking about the 50 cal.
Yeah,
like
the 65-pound gun. Yeah.
Yeah, I never carried that on any mission, but when I was in Ramadi, I carried it on one mission, and it was hell. We got in a firefight, had to run like forever, but I ended up taking that 50 cal, humping it in and humping it out, getting in firefights. But I ended up getting a kill with the 50 cal at 60 yards.
60 yards with a 50 cal. Your eye just went this way.
That's like taking a sledgehammer to drive a finish nail.
Exactly.
That's like, yeah, you got the job done. Was
Bam.
it through a wall?
No, it was from a building, like 2 rooms deep. But yeah, 60 yards, hit him right here, took the whole upper half of his body off. It was awesome.
Did you have to go in and take pictures or anything like that?
Nah, we didn't have to over that. Right after that, we got in a bunch of firefights, and I had to run another 3 clicks back with it.
Did you reuse it?
No, never again would
Just that one.
Never again would I take that on a mission.
No.
Too heavy.
And what about B? What kind of like? What plagues you at night? What kill that maybe came to your mind?
Probably the most controversial situation I was in,
Yeah.
and I talk about it in the Red Circle, was the first time we went to north of Bagram, right? We were in these carrying like Tarnak farms too. We did a bunch of cave clearances. We had this mission to go do BDA, battle damage assessment, on the C-130 that had killed like 4 guys the night before. The C-130 gunship, fucking deadly.
Puff.
And you got, Puff to Magic Dragon. You do not want to be...
Best thing ever to have ever.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
you do not want to be caught outside.
You feel like you're indestructible when you have that.
With the exception of, do they know that I'm out here?
Yeah.
Am I going to be a heat
How do they
signature?
know I'm not?
Make sure you got your glint tape.
Am I going to be a
helmet.
heat signature that's going to get destroyed by
Make sure you got your
Puff and
glint
Magic
tape.
30
Dragon?
millimeter cannons, dude.
We went to do a battle damage assessment. A squad of us patrolled out from Zawar-Kili, and early morning, like we left at 3 in the morning. We were doing this battle damage assessment. We sent a couple guys up, Chief Dye, to check out where the coordinates were. The sun rises, and now we're in a little bit of low ground, and we see this cave up here, and all of a sudden these guys start spilling out of the cave, and it's like clearly bad guys. They got RPGs,
Everything that goes against one.
RPKs.
Yeah.
They have like all this stuff. We're like, oh shit! And we're radioing. I spotted these guys, and I told Cassidy, I was like, hey, we got to tell Di what's up. So it's like all this chatter happening back and forth, and then Chris says, Cassidy, okay, these guys are set. Chris dies, like they're gonna hunker down. All of a sudden, these guys spotted us on lower ground. They started like organizing and taking shots at us.
Right, and saying, hey,
And
down
in the
here.
meantime, Chris, Cassidy, and it's not effective fire, but still we're low ground, they're high ground, and we're outnumbered.
It could be effective.
It could be effective
and
very
exposed
quickly.
now because you know you're there.
Very exposed, and we're kind of like moving around. And
Being on
Cassidy
low
says,
ground sucks.
Yeah.
we have a combat controller with us from the Air Force, and those guys are amazing. And Cassidy looks at me. He's like, "Hey, you're the sniper. Like, get me a range and distance." We get called the B-52
Wow, Straddle
on the
Fortress.
phone. So now we have the radio, and I'm guessing like, okay, let me guess a little bit far because I don't want I'm eyeballing this.
You don't want to kill yourself.
And it's danger close, right? It's like
Yeah,
within
you're
500
like,
meters.
yeah, right.
And so we get the B-52 on the horn, call it in. I give the bearing and magnetic bearing and distance, I guess a little long, and like first drop, boom, it drops behind, but it's all of a sudden these guys are like, oh shit, the focus of attention on that.
Yeah.
I make an immediate correction, give the second drop, and then everybody's smoked. But a minute to that second drop, a minute countdown, I hear babies wailing in the background because they're up there with their families, and I was like, you know what? Fucking war is hell.
Yeah.
At that point this was 2001 into 2, these guys made their bed and they're gonna lie in it, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way I think about it and justify it, and to like take it
again, man. During war, there are going to be civilian casualties, especially when you're fighting a war in a city or on their hometown. But you know what? That's where, when you declare war, that's war.
Yeah.
That's when politicians have failed to negotiate.
And
That's what happens.
And Charlie makes a good point. The thing is, I am still today able to rationalize it, just like he says. The problem, I think, that
I mean, it still wears on you. I mean,
no, it wears on you. But the thing that I think about is, what about the guy that's in Afghanistan in 2010, where the politicians in America really don't know what the fuck we're doing in Afghanistan anymore.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rationalize what's happening over there, and it's very hard. When I was over there, it was like very clear mission: kill terrorists, stamp out the training grounds, and come home.
It doesn't matter if we weren't there and there wasn't civilian. They're still going out drilling fucking drill bits through fucking kids' heads.
But now it's like, what do we do in Afghanistan? 20 years, almost 20 years later. That's a problem.
There's civilian casualties, but when those guys, if we're not there and you're not fixing shit, then they're still fucking going around torturing kids and
it's still
doing horrendous shit that like human beings shouldn't be doing.
No.
It's crazy.